Alright, so let's draw the grid, okay? The grid is a grid that is 6 meters by 8 meters. And the reason it's been chosen as 6 meters by 8 meters is that those are the dimensions that fit comfortably along the width and the length of the site. Okay, so to draw the grid, we first need to draw our first line, which is going to be number 1 along the right hand side edge of the site, okay, which is this one here. So I'm going to use the line tool. I'm going to make sure the line is a distinct color so that I can see the grid, and then I'm going to draw a line just along this right hand edge. Okay, when I get to this end, I'm going to wait for the construction line to appear so that I can extend the line knowing that it is still parallel to the grid. And once I've drawn the line, I am then going to click the arrow on the toolbox to select the line and stretch just this end so that it remains parallel to the grid also. Okay, you'll know that it will remain parallel to the grid when you click that black dot and the pet palette comes up and you have the far right hand side icon of the pet palette active. Okay, it's called the stretch icon. Then what you need to do is, while it's still highlighted, right mouse click, then move and then multiply, and then what you want is a spread at 6 meter intervals. Okay, so you change it from 1000 to 6000 and then go OK. And then you pick up the line by clicking with your right mouse button and moving in this direction. And as you move in a straight line, so using the orange construction line as a guide, you can then drop down grid lines 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll drop one more at 5. Okay, well actually no, we'll just go 2, 3, and 4, and you know then that these are spaced evenly at 6 meter intervals. If you want to measure it manually, you press the M key on your keyboard and you click from here to here, right? So that is 6 meters. Now what we want to do then is just draw the horizontal construction lines by clicking on the top right hand corner of the site, but drawing a line parallel to the grid, and then doing the same thing on this side by stretching out this side over here, and then right mouse click, move, multiply, and then a spread of 8 meters. Okay, and then click using your left mouse button here, so click and then follow the orange construction line to make sure it's straight. And as you move your cursor down the construction line, it will bring up new lines at 8 meter intervals. Okay, now you will need a construction line that is from here to here. Okay, so not parallel to the grid, but running along this edge like this. Okay, so select that line by pressing the tab key to select it. Okay, remember the tab key allows you to select items that may be stacked one on top of each other by cycling through those items that are stacked. Okay, just try it with the tab key. Now what we want to do is stretch out this line, okay, so that it's parallel. But this, using the stretch, is not necessarily accurate enough, because if you notice, I may accidentally stretch it out here, or may accidentally stretch it out here, because the guideline is very hard to see. Okay, so what I do want to do to ensure that it continues in this direction parallel is to use a drafting aid, which you will get from the toolbars and then drafting aid. So notice how I haven't even finished this command, but I can still come up here to collect the drafting aids toolbox, and then I need to click on this icon, which is parallel constraint, and then click on this line, which is what I want to continue to be parallel to. Okay, so then I can stretch out this way, and also stretch out this way. So I'm clicking on the parallel line, stretch out this way. Okay. So that line that I've just drawn, which is this one, is A dash. Okay. All right. So then the line that I need to then next draw is number 5, which I will then do with the same procedure and stretch out this using the drafting aid. So I need to click on the line that I wish to be parallel to. Click on the icon in the pet palette, then click. Notice how Mercedes key is coming up on the edge of this line, and then click here. Okay. All right. Now I've got another line down here, which I'll need to click and then click, and then oops, click on the line. Okay, so I need to pull out here, click on this line, up to there, and click on this. Click on this line and pull out to here. Okay, so that line that I just drew is F. Okay, so then the next thing to do after that would be to label your grid. Okay, so you label your grid by using the text. Okay, so I'm going to just click there and drag out. I'm going to use that as 5. Okay. And then I drag this to snap to here. Okay, so I mean you can use a combination of letters and the circles. Okay, that's up to you. But if you can finish the grid lines and the text, when we come back to the next video, we will attend to embedding some of these points into the mesh.